It's day 173.
Of the 29th year and beyond.
And one thing I want to talk about today is um, how imperative and inevitable it will be to apologize.
I love that song.
She loves that song. I'm speaking about one coming from the heart, and she's going to Anita Baker.
Favorite artist.
Yeah. No, Gail and I really, really enjoy Anita Baker, and she's got some incredible songs. But um, in a marriage, in a love relationship, things will never work out always the way you intended or you strategically planned, and there will come a time where you will let the person that you love down, or you may do something that may be offensive, or even disrespectful.
Yes.
You know, whether it's intentional or unintentional, it doesn't matter. The reality is there will come a time in your relationship where you have to be mature enough to realize, you know what, I fuddied up and I need to apologize.
Funny though.
Yeah.
Yes, you do need to apologize. That's for saying funny though. Yeah, you have to apologize. I mean, there are so many opportunities where, for me, I know some of the challenges for me. Sometimes I just snap off, or I'm in a really bad mood. I may say something sort of snippy, but I'll have to go back and apologize. And I found myself apologizing to my kids. Even the dog occasionally I had to apologize to her.
Well, and, you know, because we're human, by virtue of our humanity, we have opportunities where we may come across curt. We may be quick tempered. I mean, there's any number of reasons, but uh, the reality is be willing to apologize, because if you don't, then what will occur is, each person will retreat to their corners, you know, their cave, whatever the case may be, and communication begins to break down. And if communication breaks down, all you're left with is the narrative that you're telling yourself. And that's how people go off into tangents about things that may not be the reality, but become quite real for them.
Yeah, and don't wait forever to do it. I mean, because a lot of times you'll wait until the person has stewed or it's just gotten to a point where you just can't take it anymore, and you go, okay, I'm sorry.
But it's interesting that Gail mentioned, I like that song because I just happen to have the lyrics. um, but she says, when the road gets rough, you say things you should not say. I never meant to treat my baby that way. So Anita Baker says, I apologize. Oh, believe me, I do. I apologized, oh, honest and true, because I know I was wrong. So I'll sing you this song because I want to get through and make it up to you. Um, that's the reality. She says, because I know I was
That's
wrong.
right.
And you have to take ownership for what you do. We had talked about earlier in the vlog that when you're mature people take responsibility for their actions and their destiny. And so when you have done something to disappoint, to offend, to hurt the person you love, an apology is the appropriate response. She goes on to say, it was like a bad dream. You should have heard the way he shouted and the way that I screamed. I regret it because I was unfair. I took it all out on him just because he was there. And that's one of the things, we may be hurting or dealing with something else, but the person that we love is the one that's in close proximity.
Yeah.
So they wind up in the line of fire.
Yeah, and that is so true. That happens quite frequently in a marriage, in a relationship period. It does.
Yeah. But she says, I apologize for I was unkind, and I wish that I could go back in time, erase the goodbyes and rewrite my life. Well, come rain or come shine, I'm going to do it right this time. I apologize. I was unkind, and I wish I could go back and go back in time. That's the tragic reality. You can't go back. Okay? So realize all you can do is move forward from where you are. And if you want to move forward in a healthy, responsible, loving way, learn the power of genuinely, sincerely apologizing. Until tomorrow, if the
Bye.
Lord says the same.